kidding season. That's what we're planning for. We're gonna set up one of our walls to give a girl her own little stall. Look, good old Sadie is starting to progress, and we don't want her going now. She needs to make it till Sunday, but we gotta get ready. It's morning feeding time and the cats are going at it. So for now, we've got the grain going. Grain starts late in the pregnancy. She's got all that information somewhere on another video. I'll link it up here. It's a preparing for kidding season video. I'm not sure which one, but I'll link it up here. These 3 are not all pregnant. These 2 are. This one is not. But every morning she checks them. She feels their babies and all that kind of stuff. But right now she's disciplining some cats. Cat discipline?
Yes. So every morning I just check the mom's bellies and see if the babies are kicking and moving, and it's not really a good judge of, like, you know, how their pregnancy is going, but I just like to check in. With Greta due on March 3rd, I'll feel her ligaments. She's nowhere near ready, which is a good thing because she's not full term yet. And then I do a little sneak peek of her udder development, which she has like almost none of. Compared to like Moo, she's due actually like 3 days later, and her udder is like, holy goodness. That's all in the realm of normal stages for, you know, each individual goat mom is gonna progress at their own pace. So Greta might, well, there's a theory going around the barn that Greta might be nursing on herself, which is why her udder is so small. And we won't get into that dilemma because that's an issue. But there's also maybe a possibility that she's just slower to develop her udder this time around. Right? So you're all set. Felt a little bit of a baby movement. Your ligaments are fine. And your udder is still empty. So going back to Greta, if she is drinking her colostrum, that is a big issue. We have consulted our vet and approached the, you know, suspicions and like, what do we do if she did in fact drink her colostrum? A couple different things we can do. If a mom goes prior to Greta, we can steal some of her colostrum after her own babies get their first couple of sips of colostrum. Our second option is to get some powdered colostrum replacement from Tractor Supply or any, you know, livestock supply store. And then we can mix that up for the baby or babies after they're born. 2 options. Big baby kicks from Moo. Her babies are down here. The big kicks were coming from right in here.
Okay, this year we went to a whole new level. So her birthing stall is ready and it's right there. So there's her birthing stall, and we even went as far as a birthing pool now. It's a whole new level of craziness. Just, we're not gonna sleep for about 10 days. If you have never been here, we've got 10 moms having kids all in about a week period. And once it starts, it's not gonna stop. And we're not gonna sleep for days on end, and you guys are gonna follow along on the other channel. So this channel, if I'm holding this camera, is the family vlogging recorded channel. The other channel, this one up here, is that live cam up there. So it's a little confusing, but you'll figure it out. Mom, you ready?
Oh, I'm never ready.
This is very true.
I'm never ready.
Harper looks ready. She's
no, like, Harper's not allowed to be ready either.
Harper's at the end of the month. She actually throws the monkey wrench. We have 9 goats in that like 10-day period, and then Harper later on in the month. So we will start talking eventually about this box of goodies.
Have your babies right now, okay? You still have a couple days until you're full term. I know you like to go right the moment those babies are considered full term. She likes to go. Ooh, yummy. She's like, you know what, this baby thing is actually good. I get my own flakes of hay, I get a pool, get my own water, I don't have to share. You know she's the kind of goat who doesn't like to share.
Yeah, no, Moo's like, hey.
Oh, Moo's jealous. She's like,
hey, when do I get mine?
Stall. She's like, my udder's bigger than yours, and you got a stall already? About a week before our goats are ready to have their babies, we set up their birthing stalls, which she just saw us do a little bit of over for Sadie. But then we also start focusing on what we put together as part of our kitting box, our medical box. You are going to want to have on hand, and just because you have it on hand doesn't mean you're necessarily going to ever need it, but when you need it, you need it. There's no time to run to the store to get it. You already want to have it available so that you can give it to your goat right away. Excuse me, that's virtual learning schedule. Someone has a class. In our box, I would say top priority would, as far as like non-medication, right, would be our lube. I don't think you can get this anywhere but your livestock vet. We have this, you can run to your local drugstore, like your CVS, your Walgreens, whatever you've got near you, and just pick up some regular lube. But in this case, the thicker the lube, the better, because you don't want any tearing if you've got to go in and help a baby reposition and get out. So as soon as the baby is born, you might need a little nose sucker, right, to get some of the amniotic fluids out. We've had to use this a couple times, and it's really necessary. You don't want to be looking for that when you need it. And then, most importantly, is you want to disinfect the umbilical cord. After all of that is done, we move on to weighing the babies, and we put them in this nifty little Simon Says Farms bag with a luggage weight, and we put them in the bag, hang the bag from the weight, and it tells us, it's actually upside down, and it tells us how heavy the baby is, and we just make a note of it so that if we think maybe the baby is not drinking enough milk, we can go back and weigh him or her the next couple of days and see how the weight is changing.
Just so we know it, it's a luggage scale, not a luggage weight. Yeah,
That's exactly what I said. So after all of that, we like to replenish our mama's energy and sugars with a nice drink of warm molasses water. It's really just like having a nice cup of hot cocoa or tea after coming inside from sledding or ice skating or skiing. It just feels good. So she's done all the hard work, and now it's time for her to have a little treat, and we just do a couple glug glugs in a 5-gallon bucket of water, and she can drink that and enjoy.
Official measurement.
Glug glug. 2 glugs.
2 glugs.
Then we move on to some of like the oopsies. We ran into some milk fever, and she really needs a really good dose of more than like electrolytes or anything. She needs calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and a little bit of sugar. So that's what this is. We've had to use this once in the last 8 years. Knock on wood, but it happens. So you want to have this on hand because milk fever is one of those things you don't have time to run to a store if it's a half an hour, 45 minutes away, grab it and come back. She's in need of this ASAP. There are some other medications I like to have on hand. That's going to be a conversation between you and your vet. But we have some other like painkillers and a labor stalls, and the baby's been in utero for like way overdue, like a week. We might give them a little kick of oxytocin. But again, that's all veterinary run. We don't do any of that kind of treatment unless we consult with our vet. Lastly, as soon as the baby's born, right, especially in February and March, in New England, we have a heat lamp, and we hang this 100% supervised. We never leave this unattended with our mom goat or the baby goats, but we clamp it onto her stall really down low so that when I have 4 kids. When I had my kids, we would call the little rolly cart with the heater, we call it a little French fry warmer. So we put it way down low. It gets the bedding really warm. We really turn this on only as we start seeing a bubble, and we know that the baby is coming within the next like 15-20 minutes. As far as that goes, towels, lots and lots and lots of towels. We are fortunate enough to have a wonderful community of villagers who sent us all these towels this year. I put the right towels on my wish list this year. We did microfiber, and that does not work with hay. It might be a good, you might think it would work. I thought it would work, but the cheapest, like thinnest towels that you can just throw into the washing machine and bleach the crap out of them, those are the ones that work. We have a lot because we have a lot of goats that are due all at once, and I don't want to run out and be like, oops, we forgot to do laundry. We have no towels to wash wipe the babies off with. So I don't know, man behind the camera might tell me if I forgot something or not.
You also need a lot of food and as much sleep as you can get.
Ha!
That's
Sleep.
pretty much it.
You
That's
don't get
everything.
sleep during kidding season?
That's pretty much everything.
Coffee.
Coffee, lots of coffee.
Coffee.
Lots of good friends, local, that can drop everything and come help.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think you're good to go.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's
Everybody's
other
done it
little-
once the first time. Well, I mean, if you're watching this and you have goats and you're scared because put it this way, they can do it on their own. This just always helps.
I always say Mother Nature wants this process to work, and that's how I get through my own anxieties, because I always worry about the worst case scenario, right? We always do. Mother Nature really wants this process to work, and I would say 97% of the time, it's not an official number, but 97% of the time, it's gonna work, and it's gonna be textbook, and you're gonna have happy, healthy babies that are bouncing all over. Lastly, how to administer some of these like supplements, like the liquid supplements. If you haven't got invested in a drench, this is just an oral drench. It's messy, so please don't really look at it, because somebody forgot to clean it out.
Not the man behind the camera.
No, he never forgets to do anything.
Nope.
This is how you.
Employee of the year. We're only
Okay.
20
That's
days
hashtag
into.
fake news. Look, he can't even turn his volume off during a video we're shooting. Anyway, so you need an oral drench gun, and you would fill up the amount that your vet recommends for something like a calcium and squirt it down their mouths. That's really it. I think we have a video about how to drench a goat, so maybe the man behind the camera can, you know, put that somewhere here. We haven't learned which side yet, because we're still rookies after 3-4 years. Hola. Okay, we're done. Oh, so that wraps up. Excuse me, Gia. Why she always interrupts me? It's always Gia. That wraps up this preparing your kidding box, supply box video. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, if you've done this a couple more times than we have, please leave those in the comment section down below, and we'd love to hear from you. And please give us a thumbs up and watch the live cam, because we are about ready to see some moms pushing babies. One last thing before you go. The most important part of your kidding box. Peppermints. After she has a baby, she needs a sweet treat. Usually these are used for hostage negotiations, and we promise the moms have some sweet treats and peppermints and animal crackers. If she gives me babies, you get cookies.
Action.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Go ahead.